5, 4, 3, 2.
Tier 1 performance.
Welcome back to the Tier 1 podcast, guys. Today's special guest is a cornerman for Sammy Mongonia. He's also a top coach at Sammy's Muay Thai gym. He's an expert in jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai. Absolute killer, one of the kindest human beings I've ever met. Sonoream Tep, a.k.a. Sonny. Welcome to the show, man.
Thank you for having me, brother.
Dude, it's a pleasure.
Yeah.
And how's your week been?
It's been pretty good. It's been pretty good. I mean, the gym is doing phenomenal. Always teaching people new stuff, and it's doing pretty good. Yeah.
You just crushed some Korean food.
Yes, I did. I did crush some Korean food. Me and
That's
Sam.
my favorite.
So,
Dude, I want to go to the festival today. It was in downtown.
Really?
Yes, they had a Korean festival from like 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go next year.
You're like, I'm
year.
saving the day.
Yeah, I've got that in my calendar already. I'm like, I'm not going to miss out. There's a lot of good vendors out there.
Oh, God.
But, dude, man, tell us a little bit about yourself for the audience and kind of what you do now, and I guess a little bit about your childhood and background.
Yeah. So I was born here in Houston. My parents, they came from Cambodia. It was after the war. So after Pol Pot, it was like around 1975, and they didn't come to the States until in the early 1980s. They lived actually like around this area, so that's where they started, and then I grew up here until I was like 3, maybe 4, and then that's when I moved around the Spring area.
That's awesome, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And what was the, I guess, how early did you get started with martial arts, or did you play any other sports prior to martial arts?
So I got into martial arts. It was my dad. My dad, he did Shorin karate, and then I think like when I was around 4 or 5, he taught me some stuff and here and there. And then I was also like into Power Rangers. I was a big sucker for Power Rangers, so I was like, I want to learn this.
Which Ranger was your favorite?
Oh man, it has to be the White Ranger.
White Ranger.
Yeah, it has to be the White Ranger. So, yeah, that kind of much how it started, and I was like, man, I really want to learn like all these kind of cool moves and stuff like that too. And also too, when I was a little kid, I did get bullied, so that was like one of the things as well that my dad wanted me to put in here. It builds confidence, it builds leadership, discipline. So all that combined, and I think that's what got my dad into like, all right, let's have you do martial arts. So that was like I was like around like 6 years old.
6 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And was it initially jiu-jitsu, or was it Muay Thai based, or was it?
So it was we tried like different types of martial arts. We like typical like Taekwondo. That's how it started, right? And there was one by the house. It was called Kuk Soo Won. It was like a Korean martial art. It was like a little bit of Hapkido and Taekwondo mixed together.
Okay.
So I stuck with that for a few years. And then I got my black belt when I was like 11, and I felt like I was on the top of the world.
Quick order.
Yeah, right? I was like, oh, this is great. And then my dad put me in Muay Thai, and then that's when I got humbled real quick. And I was like, oh, snap, I'm in deep waters now.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it started when I, got into like Muay Thai, and then they also had a jiu-jitsu program. And then I did that too. I was like, okay, this is actually cool. Like I'm learning all these cool stuff and everything.
Did you take to it pretty quickly?
I mean, no, it took me a while.
Yeah.
I mean, when I first started, I was having so much trouble, and then, my dad had like a heavy bag, at the house, and then he would like wake me up and make me train, and I would practice every single time. So it just takes that extra time, like homework. Like we learn so much, but you got to go outside and do a little bit more, and just self-improve. And yeah.
And initially, did you like see yourself wanting to compete at a young age, or did you use it more so as like a hobby or as like an art that you just wanted to learn, and then it evolved into?
It kind of evolved into like, I don't know, kind of more into like a hobby. Like I really loved it.
Yeah.
Like I did a little bit of like jiu-jitsu tournaments here and there. I did 1-2 smokers, but I just enjoyed it. Like whenever I come to the gym, you know, like it's home. You know,
Yes.
I can't get tired of it. You know,
That's
so
awesome.
I'm fortunate to have a home like at Sammy's Muay Thai, and you know, it's like home. I mean, I see Sammy every day, and that's already making me happy. So I'm already good with that. So,
Yeah.
100%.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
And you also implement like a weight training into your routine as well. And I mean, how many days a week are you dedicating to, I guess, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, and weight training now?
So weight training, I try to stick between 5 or 6 times a week. I don't do that much heavy weights. I do very lightweight. So I would stick around like maybe like max like 25 to like 35 pounds, but I try to do a lot. Because because the heavier that you go, like it can mess up your timing, you know, so you're not more relaxed, you're like more intense. So I want that fast like twitch muscles. So it doesn't mess up my timing. Or like if I do legs, for example, I won't go like, you know, 315 pound squats. I'll just stick with like, you know, 135, 225. That's like my max. But I try to do as much as I can because I want that speed. I want that footwork. I want the timing.
Absolutely. And like, do you feel like that if you do like hypertrophy work, if you gain too much muscle, will that slow you down?
I feel like it would just a little bit, but you can always make those adjustments. You just gotta be consistent even if you want to go to like if you want to get bigger, just know like you do have to work a little bit harder. But I mean it's fine. Yeah,
Sure.
I've seen it happen. Like these guys are big, but they move quick.
Yes.
You know, so it can happen. You know?
For sure.
Yeah.
And when did you transition, and when did you start working with Sammy when did you start working at Sammy's Muay Thai? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So this is funny. So 5 years ago,
Yeah.
5 years ago, I went to there was a Muay Thai gym in downtown, and they had like a seminar, right? In the seminar, they had like pro fighters coming to show like their best moves. You know, you have Sammy, you have like Cyrus Washington, you have Michael Corley, like those guys, and they would come together and just to support like a cause. I don't remember the cause that they were trying to help, but it was that reason. And I remember I was participating in that seminar, and they would show like their favorite moves and stuff like that. It was probably like a good 3 or 4 hour seminar, but that was like my first time like meeting Sammy.
Yes.
I don't think he remembered me because there was like so many people, because the coaches were walking around like, hey, this is how you do and stuff like that. So that was like 5 years ago. And then like I think it was like maybe like last year, like I would say like last year and a half, I saw Sammy's Muay Thai gym when I was driving, because literally the gym is like super close to my house, so I would see the gym all the time.
Yes.
And I was like, you know what, one day I'm going to go there. One day I'm gonna go there, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just take my shot and go inside and see what happens. So what happened? Yeah, I shot my shot. Yeah, I was like, what's the worst that's gonna happen? So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just jump in and see what happens.
Yes.
And I came inside the gym, and then I was like, hello, like my name is Sonoream, and I was like, I'm looking for a job. And I was at the time I was looking for a job too. So I was like, I have some martial art experience. Like I was like, okay, let me just be a coach.
Yes.
He said no.
Yeah. He said no.
He said no because the gym was opening and everything and all that. And it was funny too because the gym was still being built.
Yeah.
And I remember what equipment it was. It was the uppercut bag. Okay. So it was like there was a pole and there's an uppercut bag. I remember he was putting it together.
Yes.
And then he needed to buy some bolts or something. And then he said, "Do you want to go to Home Depot with me?" And I was like, "Sure."
So after he turned you down, he's like, "Hey,
yeah,
I can use someone to go to Home Depot."
Pretty much. And I was like, "Yeah, I'll go." So Home Depot, thank you, because without you, this wouldn't have happened. This wouldn't have happened. So shout out to Home Depot. Yeah, shout out to Home Depot. So yeah, I hopped in the bug, and we went straight to Home Depot. We got some bolts. We literally put on the bag, and that was pretty much it. I went to look for a different job, and I did. I did look for another job, and it was a cryotherapy place. So human, and that's where I worked at for a little bit. And then 6 months later, even I was still working there, and I came back to Sammy Muay Thai, but I just wanted to be a student. I was like, okay, I'll just come be a student. And then I took a few classes, and then I saw Sammy hitting the heavy bag, and I said, hey, like, I'm more than happy to hold pads for you. And then he was like, all right, and he gave me a shot, and the rest was history.
Had you ever held pads in the past, or like?
I held pads for a little bit, but man, like, having an open mind and him showing me like, hey, when somebody does like a cross, instead of a switch kick, they're going to take a step because they're going to push back. So it's like more like reasonable holding pads. It's more reasonable than just like, okay, I'm going to do 1-2 switch kick. It's more like realistic. So like we're moving around. So my evolve of like holding it's changed, actually putting more into like life simulations. So it definitely upped my game a lot, and I'm still learning.
And having that past experience as a fighter yourself, it's like you can implement that with your pad work, right?
100%.
And does everyone have their own like style of pad work?
Yeah, there's many styles. I mean, there's many styles that I've seen. Like with me and Sam, like we hit pads like all the time, especially like during camps. Mm-hmm. Man, we're hitting pads. Like we're texting each other like, hey, 10 a.m. and then we'll meet up 10 a.m. and we'll hit pads. I mean, we got to the point where we can just have a conversation and hit pads. Because we just know, like, we know like where we're going and stuff like that.
I mean, he's shown me some videos of y'all's pad work prior to one of his fights, and like, dude, the chemistry is unreal. I mean, there's no hiccups. I mean, there's no everything's squared up. Everything's like so fast.
Oh yeah, when Sam is in camp, we're just laser focused. Like we don't miss a beat. Like we're just, I'm keeping up with him. Like wherever he goes, like I got to be there too. So like I got to meet that timing. If his left kick is there, I got to meet him right there. So I just feel like, I have to do my best.
And dude, there's so much. I mean, coaching is such an art. It's beautiful, man. And like you've clearly fallen in love with it, right?
I love it. Yeah.
You take so much pride in it. I see you like week in, week out at Sammy's, and dude, I mean, the focus you got, and then also like the realistic combos that you're giving them, and like you said, you're trying to like basically hit them back. You're throwing like realistic things that they would counter with, right?
Right. Yeah. Dude. And I think the biggest satisfaction of them like feeling good, like they learn something, like this is cool, or like they have a trouble with the left kick, and then you can just tweak just a little bit, and they're like, man, that made me 1% better. Yeah. And I think that's super cool because that made their day, and if that made their day, it made my day too.
That's so awesome, dude. Mm-hmm. And the range of like fighters that you work with kids, like beginners all the way up to professional fighters, right? Like is there...
Yeah, I was able to participate in like helping fighters, like cornering and stuff like that, and also helping the kids and stuff like that, yeah.
Is there an age group or range that you prefer to work with, or is there like, do you just...
I don't think it matters, like what age. I mean, the best age, is like when they're like super young. Like Malachi's like 5, and he's already hitting pads like bread and butter. So I mean, from there, and the sky's the limit,
He could beat me up.
Yeah,
he hits hard.
Yeah, he hits hard. He hits hard. That man hits hard.
So, what would like your advice for like parents out there, or like maybe kids that are somewhat interested in getting started in martial arts?
Yeah.
Like, what advice would you give them as to what art to choose, and also like how young and should they start?
I mean, I think the best age is like like I would say like if you can get them in like 4 or 5, I think that would be great because that's like the development age right there too. While they're like they're like a sponge, and like they're gonna like lose focus a little bit here and there, but that's when you got to push them a little bit back. But I mean, I think that's a good age too, and then they can soak it up and getting all the footwork and everything. So I think that's like a really good age for them to start.
Because they're still working on those fine motor skills.
Yeah, they're learning the fine motor skills, and also too like being around other kids and stuff like it to like socialize. They can learn leadership, they can learn discipline. So I mean, I went through it as a kid, so I stand behind it. Like if a kid can start like martial art at a young age, like 4 or 5, I think that's perfect.
I agree. I mean, I'm just getting into it now in my late 20s, but it's like, man, I wish I had started when I was younger.
Oh, no, it's better. It's better now than never,
Because, I mean, but you can ideally get started into it at any age, right? Because I know you work with a gentleman who's
Mr. Miller. Yeah, you say about him.
How old is he?
Oh, man, he's actually coming tomorrow. Yeah.
He's in his 70s.
Yeah, he's always learned. He's always a student.
And he looks great.
Yeah, he won like 2 belts in boxing. which I was very shocked. And he's always learning. He always wants to learn new stuff, and he loves Muay Thai too.
Yeah.
So it's never ending. He can always be a student.
Yes.
Yeah.
And whenever you're cornering for fights and things of that nature, I mean, what's the process of a actual fight camp? How many weeks? How many months? Also, what is that training regimen on a day-to-day basis?
I mean, what I've seen is like the weight cut is like super important. You know, like their weight cut, either like they're like 15 pounds over or 20 pounds over. Like you just gotta like slowly like change your eating habits. Cardio is also a big thing. You know, at Sammy's Muay Thai, like running is like super important.
Yes.
You gotta run like at least like maybe like 15, 20 miles a week if you can. We have a paper at the gym and it has all the, you know, like requirements just outside the gym, like what you need to do. Not just hitting pads, but also what you need to do. You need to run miles, you need to go swimming. If you can't run, you gotta swim, or you gotta eat right, sparring under the lights. So all that comes together going into like the fight camp.
So what mistakes do you see that guys make? Do you think that guys focus too heavily on their skills and doing pad work and doing so much sparring before the fight that they maybe put their diet on the back burner, or like maybe aren't taken care of?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes like they forget, like, oh, okay, I'm just only a few pounds. You know, I'll make it, and they like postpone their diet,
Right.
And they're like, oh shoot. So you see them putting on like the sweatsuit on and going inside the hot tub and trying to like lose that every ounce that they can get just to make weight.
And you think, I mean, because like that's what we're talking about with tier one performance as well, is like we're trying to help fighters cut weight properly, kind of taper them down accordingly instead of like dropping that 15, 20 pounds before the fight, because I feel like that impacts their energy levels, their chin, their endurance,
yeah.
and it's almost like some of that, all that training has now taken like, it's not a waste obviously, but you know, sometimes it's like they overemphasize on that instead of like getting their bodies right.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah. And so like day of the fight, what are you doing to prepare your fighters for like a smoker or like a tournament? Like, what do you do personally behind the scenes?
I mean, behind the scenes, what we go through is like they would like warm up, and you know they would get stretched out. They wouldn't have their hands wrapped yet. You know, they just got there and everything. But once they like put those shorts, Muay Thai shorts on, and wrap their hands, they're mostly like relaxed.
Yeah.
You know, very relaxed. You know, people have their own ways. Either they put music on, or they just lay down. So everyone has like their own ritual that they like to do.
For sure.
And then we hit a few pads for a little bit. So we hit pads. Make sure their heart rate is not like super high. So like after we hit pads, we'll just check like, okay, like this is good. You know, you don't want to do like a full workout. You know, like all right, just rest a little bit, relax, and then we'll do like a few stretches. We have Thai oil, which is like it's like icy hot. So it kind of like heats up when you rub it, and it'll like loosen the muscles up, just so you can get ready to go. And then once we wrap those hands and put those gloves on and have it signed, just ready to hear them call their name, and we just walk with them.
It's go time.
Yeah, pretty much. all that hard work that they put into, you know, now it's time to put it to work.
For sure. And what's your style throughout the fight? Like, are you trying to, when a guy's say closer to your corner, are you trying to give him advice verbally? Are you waiting? Are you more quiet during fights? I mean, what's your style?
I mean,
Does it depend on?
It kind of depends, you know. Sometimes like you guys see them like, okay, you gotta push, keep forward, push forward, you know, like, or like, hey, I want to see more numbers, you know, stuff like that. So it's really customized how the turnout is at the time.
Right.
So it can change.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And do you ever have the itch yourself, like to kind of get back in there and like do some tournaments or do?
Maybe. We'll see.
Never say never.
I feel like I'm too nice. I'm like, I feel like I'm too nice. I'm just too happy.
What's the thing like with fighters? With the most successful fighters that you see, is there a common personality? Is there a common theme to those individuals? Like, do they have like some anger built up inside, or are they kind of like chill, relaxed, or does it differ?
I think it just differs from everybody.
Yeah.
You know, everyone has their own why, right? Why they fight.
Exactly.
Yeah, some of them is just feel confident. Sometimes they love it. You know, sometimes they want to prove themselves. So, yeah, I think it just differs.
And do you try to find those things and like learn yourself how to motivate them individually?
Oh, yeah. Everyone has their own way of motivation.
Something that makes me tick.
Yeah, yeah. So for sure.
Yeah. Okay. And then what advice would you give to the everyday person who's struggling to find some sort of balance in their like work life training schedule? And like, would you recommend like training first thing in the morning, evening? Like, what's your kind of like routine?
I definitely I like the morning for sure. I like the morning for sure. Like I would wake up like around like 6:37, and then I would go for like a run. I would go for a run. One, it's like not that many people are out, and also two, it's like really quiet. It's like it's just like me and the road, and also two, you get it out the way. You get it out the way. So if you have to leave the house at 7, then you would have to try to work your time, and you got to wake up at 5 just to go work out.
Right.
Okay. So then we got to back it up. All right. Then you got to sleep early. So, and also you feel a lot better too. You're like, hey, I did something.
Yes.
I did something, and you feel a lot better throughout the day for sure.
And I always preach to people too, like there's too many unpredictable things that come up in the evening, whether you got family obligations,
right?
Stuff comes up at work, you got a meeting, you got a phone call to take. You're limiting those excuses if you get it done first.
If you get it done right off the gate, exactly. Because after work, like you're tired,
right?
Or like you said, you have family coming and all that, and you just want to relax.
Yeah.
But if you get out in the morning, you're just like, hey, I already paid the man. I paid my dues.
Yeah.
I paid my dues.
Rent's due.
Yeah. Hey, rent's due.
And dude, one thing like I will commend you on, of course, is like your energy levels, dude. Like you seem like you're always at a pretty high energy. And is that just like, have you always been that way, or do you like drink coffee, or do you like mainly? Do you think your training and you being in such good shape has contributed to you having high energy levels?
I think the energy where I got it from is the people around me.
Yes.
I think that was make a big play, for sure.
Yes.
Like when I wasn't doing Muay Thai, like I was like, I was cool. I was like happy and everything, and but it was just different being around people that care about you and you care about them, and it brings a different side of you.
Yes.
Yeah, it definitely brings a different side of you. Yeah.
And I think, man, there's a lot of men out there, young men especially, who are kind of like lost in a way, and they're trying to like find a group to stick with, and like they need that camaraderie. They need other men to hang out with that are like-minded individuals as well.
Oh,
and I found that at Sammy's too, man. I feel like everyone's so nice. Everyone, like, the energy is amazing.
Yeah. The energy is super amazing. I mean, after I had a class, I'm like, you want to go for a run? All right, let's go for a run. Even though I already ran this morning, but let's go for another run. I'm down. And yeah, it kind of like pushes you to that like that physical, mental kind of stage.
I'm glad you touched up on that, dude, because that's important, man. That's so important. I think a lot of people, they try to find their own way, but it's like, hey, go be a part of something bigger than yourself.
Yeah. And
be around people who care about you and like want to bring you up, and that's going to make a huge impact in your life.
Yeah. Like they say, like you are who you hang out with.
Yes.
And I think that's super important, and you just need to have that tribe.
You need to have a tribe.
You need to have that tribe, 100%.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And so, and looking forward, man. So, are there any fights that you're coaching for in the near future?
So there's one October 14th.
Yes.
This next Saturday. It's gonna be for Texas Muay Thai, and at the gym, Sammy's Muay Thai, we have Cisco the Tank. He's gonna be on that one.
Frank the Tank.
Yeah, Frank the Tank.
Yes.
Frank the Tank. He's gonna be on that one. We have Austin.
Yes.
Yeah, Austin's gonna be on that one, and we also have Duck Sauce. Yes, we have Duck Sauce. So, all those three guys are going to be on that card. And
are you going to be quartering all three of them?
I believe right now it's going to be Sammy, me, and Germs, and I think we're going to rotate, but we are going to be involved in participating for their fight for next Saturday.
That's exciting. And it's at the Red Owl.
Yes, it's at the Red Owl.
Red Owl Auditorium.
Yes, sir.
And what side of town is that in? Is that in Katy?
Close to like, if they know like where Willowbrook Mall is. It's like around that area. It's like close to 249, like around that area.
And tickets are on sale right now for general admission.
Yes,
correct?
Tickets are on sale. If you buy it online, you get to pick our fighter, either Cisco, Austin, or Duck Sauce, and they can get credit too. And yeah.
It's exciting.
Yeah, it's super exciting.
Dude, I can't wait to go. Like, I know I'm gonna be there in person, watching those fights, and like this will be the first tournament I've ever gone to, so it'll be fun to watch you guys in action.
Oh yeah, I mean,
especially watching those. I mean, it's cool because it's like we fight. I mean, you know, we sometimes spar alongside them, and like whenever we practice on Sundays, like we see those guys getting after it and the focus that they.
Oh yeah, and all three of them, they work so hard. They work so hard going for this fight. You know, they wake up early, they eat right. You know, there's something that they had trouble working on, and they push themselves to get better at it. So, I mean, everything that they're going through until that fight, I think they're going to be that person that they want to be when they get in that ring.
Yes.
And I believe it.
And how often are they training right now? Like,
man, they're training, man. I see Cisco's there mostly all the time. He was there this morning sparring.
I feel like they're 7 days a week.
Yeah, 7 days a week. Yeah. Yeah, they're there. So.
Do you believe in rest days though? Do you feel like they're?
Yeah, I believe in rest days. I definitely believe in rest days. It kind of depends. You know, rest days can be different from everyone. Either a rest day can be like a jog, and that would be like they won't do nothing physical. They just go for a light jog or a light walk, and that would be like their rest day. So yeah.
It's like an active,
it's like an active rest day, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, what I've found is that, like, you know, Muay Thai is very heavy impact.
Yes.
So it's a lot on your joints. You get nicks, you get bruises. You get,
deep bruises, all
you get tears,
that.
You get whatever, you know. So it's like, how do you just fight through the pain, basically, right?
Pretty much. yeah. Especially like when you kick and you kick their elbow and you have like a big giant like baseball in your ankle.
Yeah.
Like you just gotta put on those ankle sleeves and put some Tiger Balm and wish for the best. If you can't kick with the right, you can kick with the left. God bless us with two legs.
I love that.
So you gotta use the other one.
I love that. And like movie wise, like what are your favorite fight movies?
My favorite fight movies?
Yes.
Oh man, so many to choose from. If I get to choose one favorite fight movie, well, I just watched it last night. It has to be The Raid. The Raid. It's on Netflix. It's like an Indonesian movie.
Really?
Yeah, it's really good.
Gotta check it out.
Yeah, you gotta check it out.
Do you like kickboxer?
Huh?
Do you like kickboxer?
Yes. Oh, with Van Damme? Oh yeah, you can't forget the splits.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, you can't forget the splits.
That's what we call the split machine.
That's why we have it. When we be Van Damme, you gotta go through that.
But you also said you got a grandfather who can possibly use the rope.
I do.
Okay.
I do. I'll call him up. He'll climb a tree and take a coconut and just throw it at you.
That's what I mean.
Yes. I got you. I may know somebody.
Well, man, Sonny, I really appreciate you coming on, man. And dude, you're a joy to work alongside with. You're a joy to be around. Your energy is amazing, and we got to go eat.
Hey,
we gotta go eat.
I'm here for a good time, not a long time. I'm ready to eat. I'm always ready to eat.
Former fat kids turn killer.
Yes. Yes.
Well, man, thank you so much. Let's do this again, and best of luck to you and your fighters next Saturday night.
Thank you.
We're going to be making sure that we tune into that as well.
I hope to see you there.
And we'll put all your social media info on this video as well to kind of put your name out there.
Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, my man.